Hi there, Rissy here with another episode of Rissy's Room. And we are still doing our partnership with Audubon Naturalist Society. So today's book is called Someone Swallowed Stanley. Oh no, not Stanley. And this book was written by Sarah Roberts and illustrated by Hannah Peck. And you want to make sure you're staying tuned because after I read the book, somebody swallowed Stanley. Oh no, they swallowed Stanley. After I read this book, Gina is going to be here to do an activity with you. So please stay tuned all the way to the end for the fun activity. All right, let's see who swallowed Stanley, shall we? Somebody swallowed Stanley. Stanley swept into the sea with a splash and a splish. Perhaps he's one of us, thought the other jellyfish. But his stripes were too straight and his tentacles too few. He just floated in the sea, not sure what to do. You see, Stanley was no ordinary jellyfish. Then something terrible happened. Somebody swallowed Stanley! But who could it be? Her tongue was rough as barnacles, her mouth vast as a cave, as she hummed her low song. Stanley tried to be brave. So who had swallowed Stanley? The creature stopped singing. As Stanley slid down her slimy throat, she coughed and she spluttered and whoosh! With a rush and a rumble, steam burst from her spout. A whale had swallowed Stanley, but now he was out. Yes! Oh, you knew what word was coming up, didn't you? Let's see if you know if any other words are coming up. Okay. Stanley dropped with a splash back into the sea, where he bobbed along gently, calm and carefree, until something terrible happened. Somebody swallowed Stanley. But who could it be? With a sharp yellow beak and a small beady eye, the creature flapped his wings and rose up to the sky. But who swallowed Stanley? He pecked, peck, 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 peck. He snapped, and he nipped, nip, nip, nip. But Stanley wouldn't go down. Most creatures flew over, first 2 and then 3. In all the flapping and squawking, they let Stanley be. A seagull had swallowed Stanley, but now he was free. Yes, because free rhymes with bee. Poor old Stanley was ripped up, scruffy and torn. He sank and he sank and he sank down some more. But something terrible happened before he reached the sea floor. Somebody swallowed Stanley again! But who could it be? Her paddle-shaped flippers skimmed the seabed. She had a beautiful shell and a small wrinkly head. So who had swallowed Stanley? She gasped and spluttered, then started to choke. But Stanley was stuck without much he could do. A turtle had swallowed Stanley. The creature was scared and swam quickly to shore. With Stanley stuck in her throat, she couldn't breathe anymore. The turtle closed her eyes and lay down in the sand. But then Stanley heard footsteps. Help was at hand. A kind boy on the beach came and tugged Stanley free. But then Stanley heard, plastic bags don't belong in the ocean blue. Creatures think you're a jellyfish and they swallow you. Now, with a rope and a branch, he'd made something new. A kite! Flying high in the air, Stanley soared to and fro, safe from the sea and all the creatures below. Stanley. Oh man, and this is why it's so important to make sure that when we see plastic bags while we're walking or jogging or walking our dog or just when we're out and about, make sure you're picking those plastic bags up because we don't want any birds or any other creatures to eat them. It's not good for them. You see what happened to the whale? She had to blow it out of her spout. And the poor seagulls, they couldn't chew it up and they had to cough it out. Oh, and it almost clogged up the turtle's throat. So you want to make sure that we are recycling those plastic bags. And better yet, whenever you go to the store with your family, please make sure you use canvas or reusable shopping bags when you go shopping. That way, no Stanleys will end up getting swallowed near you. All right, Gina, tell them what the activity is today.
Thank you, Reese. Somebody Swallowed Stanley is one of my favorite books. Hi, friends. My name is Gina from the Audubon Naturalist Society, and today I'm going to be helping you answer some questions based on this book. How do you think Stanley made it into the sea? We use so many plastic bags that it is no surprise that Stanley made it to the ocean. Stanley might have been blown out of a trash can, or maybe it might have come from a park. It might have come from somebody hanging out at the beach. Maybe Stanley was littered on the street. Why did the whale, the bird, and the turtle try to eat Stanley? A lot of animals mistake plastic items for food because it simply looks like their favorite meals. Some whales, like sperm whales, feed on squid while looking for them in deep ocean waters. If they see a plastic bag all the way down there where it's dark, it can look like a squid to a whale. Now, sea turtles can also mistake floating plastic bags for jellyfishes, so they can easily eat a plastic bag and choke. What did the boy do with Stanley after he rescued the turtle? He made a kite with it. That's what we call reusing, and that means finding a new use for something before throwing it away. I bet Stanley really liked being turned into a kite. Can you come up with other ways of reusing a plastic bag? We can use them to line our trash cans. If you have a dog, you can use all plastic bags to pick up after them. Did you know you can make a bag using a lot of plastic bags? You can also use a plastic bag to make a craft. I have mine here because this is what we're going to do today as our project. For this craft, we're gonna need a pair of scissors, blue food coloring, water, an empty jar with a lid, and a plastic bag.